everybody. Today's episode, I'm going to reinvestigate the intelligent flight modes of the MAVIC Pro Original. So I wanted to investigate the active track, which is where the gimbal, the camera, is supposed to recognize your body or your person or an object and follow it. I'm also going to experiment with terrain follow. I've never used the terrain follow mode before. It does some pretty amazing things, although not completely idiot proof. So come along, enjoy the video. Off to climb up the mountain, and yeah, enjoy. Don't forget, subscribe, like the video, turn on the notifications, so I try to post once a week. Morning everybody, K-Man here. I'm going to have an experiment with my DJI MAVIC Pro 1 about a new mode that I've heard about called Active Track Orbit. Something I've seen on a few Instagram videos lately, and it looks awesome. So I'm going to give that a try and see how it works. As you can see, it's quite a climb. Anyway, we'll keep going. Beautiful surroundings. Got Hunchback Hill, McFarlane's Hill behind me. Quite a climb. Whew. Okay, so here we are. I don't know if you can see that. We've got the MAVIC Pros up in the air. You can probably, you might not be able to see it. It's just sitting there right in front of me. Just on standard flight mode at the moment. Yep. Turn on the little button for remote control, active track. So we highlight the little green man. Okay. Press go. And we tell him to go around in circles. About 50%. Maybe go a bit faster. What do you think? About that speed? Yeah, so theoretically now I can put the remote controller down, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to walk with it for now. See if he'll keep circling around me. He's doing okay. And he lost me again. Why did he lose me? Profile and go. So that should be now in profile mode. Yeah, okay, so they're going to follow along beside me. So I should be able to run with it in profile mode. Didn't want to run in profile mode either. Pretty close to the ground. Let's see what it can do. Full speed forward. Mountain goat climbing down the mountain. Running down a goat track now. More investigation to try to work out how to get the drone to fly backwards in active track. So we can sort of, I can walk towards it and it'll fly backwards away from me. At the moment, what seems to be happening is the gimbal is tilting down to keep me, the object, in its line of sight. But once the gimbal reaches its extreme, it basically just says, "Nope, that's it. Can't track the object anymore." It basically just goes into fail-safe, which means it just stops doing anything. So, back to the office once more. So I guess for now, considering I'm up here and I got the iPhone with me and I got full signal, I might as well consider this the office. Let's have a little bit of a Google. Let's have a Google, shall we? Okay, so the office research. It appears the Mavic Pro in some of the active track modes has got what they call reverse flying, backwards flying in the visual navigation settings. Well, there's a new one. I didn't know anything about that at all. So it looks like it does have the ability to fly backwards in active track. You've just got to turn on the backwards flying mode. Anyway, I'll get back to the office, charge up some batteries and wander back up the hill. So while I'm up here, I thought I'd show you all around. This is a beautiful part of northeast Victoria, the Federation Hill, Wodonga, West Wodonga precinct. This is Federation Hill behind me. Hey, check it out, awesome. That big double hump hill there, for surprising of a better word, is called Hunchback Hill. As you can see, it's got a bit of a hump in it. Now, a few years ago, you wouldn't believe this whole frickin' town was up in arms. Half the town wanted to kill the other half of the town because it was a federal reserve or a state reserve park, wildlife, all that sort of thing. You could walk your dog on the lead. You could go for a bit of a nature walk. Quite a nice part of the world. And all of a sudden, I had these things called frickin' mountain bikers. Mountain bikers, dudes on bicycles with a suspension on the back and a suspension on the front. Who would think? Anyway, they got to liking this lovely bit of hill over here. Check it out. And then they started getting in the old bulldozer and excavators and the bobcats and carving it up. And they had mates on the council. And next thing you know, the council says, "Hey, this is now a mountain bike park. Screw the state, screw the authorities, screw the federal reserves and all stuff. We're going to put bikes and excavators and bobcats." Whole damn town was up in arms. Council, everyone. What a joke. Ran an election. The traditional councillors that were all on the take, they all got back in anyway. So really at the end of the day, nothing happened. Mountain bikers got their way. Everyone just goes about their business, really. It was a big hoo-ha about nothing. Yep, the mountain bikers pretty much stuffed it up. They got massive problems with soil erosion. They've carved tracks into downhill sections that have now got massive ruts from big rain events that have now ripped the ground apart. But Mother Nature finds a way. Well, there must have been millions of dollars spent on political campaigns to try and get this thing overturned. You know, people petitioning, people getting emotional, people having punch-ups. You know, at the end of the day, nothing happened. All a big ha-hoo about nothing. But anyway, as you can see, she's all pretty natural here. Mother Nature. Yeah, there's roads, big deal. Roads ain't gonna kill nobody. Guns don't kill nobody neither. It's the dickheads on the gun that actually do the killing. So just make sure you understand, in reality, sometimes it's better to just have a mentality of just be and let be. A bit like Thailand, you know, people, one of the things I love about when I'm in Thailand and traveling is a lot of these cultures, yeah, look, no one's perfect, third world country and everything like that, and bribery and stuff, but people generally just let people go about their business. You want to fly your drone? Don't kill nobody. You know, you want to drive drunk? Don't kill nobody. You kill somebody, you pay the consequences. You want to speed? You speed. If you get caught, you get caught. You know, it's stupid thing is, like in Thailand, they've got speed restrictions. You know, and the fastest piece of road in Thailand is 90 kilometres an hour on a bloody motorway out in the middle of nowhere in the country. And I can tell you, I sat on roads over there doing 90, and it make you feel like you're sitting on a bicycle. Cars going past you like little
Honda Civics and Honda Jazz, they're doing 150, 160 in a 90 zone. Yeah, look, they get caught, they're going to get nabbed. But you probably find half these drongos don't even have driver's licenses. I know half the guys on the motorbikes, on the little scooters, the locals don't have licenses. They get away with it. They get caught, they pay a fine, they get a slap on the wrist, or they go buy the copper a 6-pack of beer. Bob's your uncle. You're a Westerner over there, yeah, they're gonna stick it to you like a hot sheep prod up the bum. But for a local, live and let live. Don't kill anyone on purpose, and you pretty much get away with it. You screw up and hurt somebody, you pay a fine, you bust up their bike or their car, you pay to fix that too. If you're doing the wrong thing, even if you have insurance, you know, you're on your own, you got to find a way to cover it. But, you know, I find in the Western world now, coming back to Australia after 7 months in Asia, you know, I find I'm longing for this freedom. Over here in the Western world, in Australia, it's like a nanny state. Can't fly your drone, gonna get nabbed. Can't fly on a beach, you're gonna get nabbed. You can't fly over a freeway, you're gonna get nabbed. You can't fly over a house, you're gonna get nabbed. People see you fly your drone, they call the cops, they call the council. You know, the media's got everything so upbeat, got everyone wound up so freaking tight now in the Western world that, you know, it's a nanny state. There's so many rules and so many regulations now to protect common sense. People just don't have common sense anymore because they don't have to. The authorities have taken away common sense and they're putting what they call rules and regulations. The only problem with rules and regulations is most buggers, you know, they're either going to have people that are going to completely flaunt the system and completely disobey the rules or regulations, like drone flying, right? You know, I've done 10 years of flying remote controlled aeroplanes, no GPS, no stabilization, just me and the sticks flying the plane in a remote control. You know, yeah, there was a learning curve, crashed a lot, but once I got to the point of what I consider to be quite a high level of experience, crashing stopped. You know, drones, well, they're fully automated. They've got GPS, they've got flight stabilization systems, they've got all this stuff built in now. If you crash that thing into someone's house, you're a drongo, right? If you know what you're doing, you go out, middle of nowhere, you practice, you get some experience, like today. I've never flown on intelligent flight modes before. The idea of setting the drone up, turning it on, setting it up in the air, telling it to look at me, and then put the remote control down and go for a walk up the road and have the thing following me, going around me in a circle. I mean, it's scary stuff. I'm basically handing over the control of the drone to the electronics, to the smarts in the drone, and that's took quite a bit of going. But as you'll see from the video, there's nothing really to worry about. If the drone loses track of me, it just stops. I go pick up the remote control, go back to where it was, or where I picked up the remote control and just flew it back to me. Not really that much of a big deal. But anyway, the authorities would make you think that intelligent flight modes are forbidden because, heaven forbid, CASA finds out that you can fly these things without having the remote control in your actual hand. You know, put the remote control down on the ground, I walked away from it. And the drone followed me, and it actually went round me in orbit mode, which is circling around me. So who would think? Anyway, that's a bit of a rant for today. Okay, so I'm heading back up the hill again next morning. Going to try out some of the intelligent modes, the active track, and see if I can get the drone to fly backwards. As you can see, still a beautiful day again. No clouds anywhere, sunshine, quiet, a little bit of breeze, but there always is a bit of breeze up here on Federation Hill. As you see, the sun's coming from a different part of the sky today because I'm in the AM. Okay, so basically right in front of me now. So I've now turned on the Backwards flying, let's see if she flies backwards. Oh yeah, there we go. So it does fly backwards now. So theoretically I can, well, I was flying backwards and not ideal. Doesn't like flying backwards by the looks of it. Alright, then we'll try flying backwards again. So theoretically I can make it fly backwards, but it just doesn't. It doesn't have any yaw control while it's flying backwards. It just, I don't know, it just tends to go off at an angle. Now as well it's going off at an angle, so you sort of got to walk underneath it. If I want it to yaw, I've got to move right to make it yaw to my left, and I've got to move left to make it yaw to my right. So here I am going left, and it's yawing to the right, my right, which is its left. Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, you've really got to be quite on the ball with this thing. Okay, so that's one battery down, just about to crank out another one. So yes, the follow me mode's not 100% foolproof. It's got problems, but yeah, flying backwards, it doesn't control in the yaw function when it's flying backwards, so it'll just yaw off in a funny direction, but you can correct it by changing the path the way you're walking. I guess with the intelligent flight modes active track, it's pretty much proven to me that it's not foolproof. The system just does not work continuously. Drop out of track all the time, loses the track all the time, especially when the object it's tracking is not that far away from the sensor. It does drop out, which is a bit of a bugger. Yeah, it's good fun. We tested the follow terrain. It works pretty good. Still not idiot proof. I guess that's a good thing that the Mavic has forward facing sensors, so it doesn't smash into trees and logs and rocks as you've seen in the videos. But yeah, anyway, still good fun. Learned a lot today. Learned a lot about active track and about the orbiting mode. Yeah, we'll see how we go. Cheers out. So, I'm heading up McFarlane's Hill. Gonna have a look, do some drone, take some photos. It's supposed to be the highest point in the Albury-Wodonga region without actually going off into the high country. It's quite a steep climb. That was a bit of an adventure, quite a long hike. Cut my finger trying to catch the Mavic in the air on the top of a windy hill. Bad idea. Anyway, it's a bit of a walk back down now, and yeah, I'll have a video up soon, hopefully.